Welcome to yet another video from Edify Class. In today's video, we're going to look at 5 common mistakes that people make while using prepositions. This is super helpful for children while doing their grammar worksheets and writing creative essays, as well as for adults and children alike to speak grammatically perfect English. I hope you watch the video till the end and learn something very useful today. So let's now dive into the 5 most common mistakes that we make while using prepositions. So how do we use the prepositions in or at with reference to morning, afternoon, evening and night? So we could say, I read my newspaper in the morning. I have my lunch in the afternoon. I go outside to play in the evening. I have my dinner at night. So while referring to activities done in the morning, afternoon or evening, you could use the preposition in. But to refer to activities done at night, we use the preposition at. Now let's look at when do we use arrive in and arrive at. So if we were going to Singapore, we could say, I have arrived in Singapore, or I have arrived in Delhi. But if you're going to your friend's house, you say, I have arrived at my friend's house, or I have arrived at the library. So while speaking about countries, cities, or large spaces, we use arrive in. But while referring to enclosed spaces, like a library, then we use the words arrive at. Let's look at this sentence. My friend and I were discussing about the cricket match. What's wrong about this? When we use the word discuss, it is not to be followed by about. We simply say my friend and I discussed the cricket match. Or we could say my friend and I were talking about the cricket match. You could use the word about while using the verb talking or thinking. I could say, I was thinking about the way Virat Kohli played yesterday. But if you're using discuss, you simply say, we were discussing the cricket match. And now, how do we use in or on with respect to liquids? So if something is floating on the surface of the water, then you could use the word on. For instance, you could say, we will be on the lake in a boat. What's that floating on the surface of the water? But if it is something inside the liquid, like you could say, do you have milk in your coffee? Or there's a lot of sugar in the soft drinks. Then we use the preposition in. I live near to the school. What's wrong with this sentence? When you use the word near, it is not to be followed by to. So you could simply say, I live near the school, or I live next to the school. So the correct form of using near is to simply put the subject and the object on either side of the near with no to. So this house is near the museum, or the palace is near the park, or I live near my friend's house. You don't say I live near to my friend's house. And this brings us to the end of this video. I hope all of you got to learn something new today. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more such videos.